A quiet canoe trip on Africa's Zambezi River. For one American couple, it was meant to be the adventure of a lifetime. But within moments, the water turned violent, and only one of them came back. The sun was sinking over the river, painting the water gold. Tourists laughed, cameras clicked, boats bobbed lazily. To most, the Zambezi is paradise, an untamed jewel straddling Zambia and Zimbabwe. But locals call it the River of Death. Beneath that surface lurks the Nile crocodile, a patient predator perfected over millions of years. This is the story of an adventure that turned into a nightmare. In July 2016, 28-year-old Melissa Carter from Dallas boarded a flight to Africa with her fiancé, Jason. They had saved for years, dreaming of sunsets over the savannah. Melissa was fearless, a thrill seeker, skydiving, scuba diving, zip-lining. When a guide suggested a quiet canoe trip down the Zambezi, she jumped at the chance. Jason was nervous. "Crocodiles, hippos, doesn't this sound dangerous?" he asked. The guide smiled. "They stay away. You'll be safe." But nature cannot be controlled. The group launched just before noon. 2 canoes, 6 people, paddling through silence broken only by birds and the splash of oars. Melissa snapped photos. "It's like a movie," she said. Then they saw it, an enormous crocodile, 20 feet long, stretched on the bank. Its armored back gleamed, jaws slightly open. Jason froze. "My God!" The guide laughed. "Don't worry, they bask in the sun. They don't care about us." But the crocodile watched. It calculated. It waited. By mid-afternoon, the river narrowed. The water looked calm, too calm. Melissa dipped her fingers into the surface. The ripple spread outward. Then it happened. A surge of water, a violent splash, and a roar, not from any mammal, but the guttural explosion of a prehistoric predator breaking the surface. The crocodile launched at the canoe. Its jaws snapped shut with a sound like a gunshot, splintering wood. Melissa screamed. Jason lunged to grab her, but she was gone, dragged overboard in a swirl of blood and foam. The guide shouted, ramming his paddle into the water. Jason dove in, thrashing, searching, but the river had become a theater of violence. The crocodile's tail whipped like a sledgehammer, nearly flipping the canoe. Another surfaced, circling. Jason glimpsed Melissa's hand break the surface once, fingers reaching skyward. Then it was gone. The guide screamed, "Back in the boat!" Jason refused, diving again until the guide pulled him out. They paddled frantically for shore, arms shaking, the river boiling behind them. Authorities rushed to the scene. Rangers, hardened by years of tragedy, shook their heads. Nile crocodiles don't just kill. They drown, stash the body, eat slowly. Hours passed, nets dragged, spotlights scanned. At dusk, scraps of Melissa's blouse were caught on reeds, blood smeared across the canoe. Silence on the river felt suffocating. Jason collapsed, whispering, "I should have held on, I should have saved her." But no one could, against a predator perfected by millions of years. Nile crocodiles strike with force greater than a lion's bite, greater than a great white shark's bite. Their death row rips prey apart, limb by limb. Thousands vanish in Africa every year. Fishermen, children collecting water, tourists who underestimate the river. Most never return. Melissa became one of them. Her body was never recovered. Jason returned to Texas shattered, haunted by nightmares. Friends remembered Melissa as the brave one, always leaning into adventure. Her story became a cautionary tale whispered by guides to nervous tourists. Don't dangle your hands in the Zambezi. Don't trust the silence. In Africa's rivers, silence is deception. Crocodiles never forget. The deadliest predators aren't always the loudest or largest. They are the ones you don't see until it's too late. Melissa came to Africa for wonder, for adventure, for beauty, and she found all of it before she met death in the jaws of a creature older than humanity itself. The Zambezi flows on, golden at sunset, beautiful to the eye, but beneath its surface, monsters wait, and sometimes they rise. If this story gripped you, hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next deadly encounter. Tap like if it pulled you in, and ring the notification bell, because the wilderness doesn't wait, and neither do we.